Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, we are live on Fightersrep Podcast, episode 25, with none other than Ignorant Behavior and myself, the Fightersrep Fez. And today, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in boxing, Gary, unlike last episode. We've got Bivol versus Beterbiev. It's on for June 1st in the motherland, Saudi Arabia. And then we've got Fury versus Usyk is off, right? It's off, and there's some interesting conditions related to that. And then, of course, we got to give our prediction for Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz, a fight we're very excited about. And interestingly enough, that's happening on a Thursday as opposed to a Friday or a Saturday. So it looks like boxing's trying to switch things up here. You know, see what kind of fans they can attract during the week. Probably a good thing for boxing, if you ask me. But, Gary, I want to apologize to Knucklehead Nation. We weren't on last week because we did have some funeral situation going on for me. I had to fly out to the other side of the country, so I apologize to you guys. But we're back, and we're doing it again. So let's start off the show by asking Mr. Ignorant Behavior how he's doing today, Gary. How are you doing, bro?
Well, as you know, George, my 49ers are in the Super Bowl. We survived. I haven't been on here since we survived.
Yeah.
We're good. So I'm in good spirits, bro. I'm
Yeah.
good. I also want to say condolences, to your wife's family members and everything.
Thank you.
It's kind of a weird term, but I'm happy about the Super Bowl. And,
you couldn't pick a worse city to be a fan of, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I believe a food critic, I think his name is Keith Lee, recently decided to cut his food review short because the city was so messed up. I wish them the best out there, by the way. I don't blame them. I blame the way it's run. But man, it's crazy that's your team. You're from Miami, born and raised, and that's your team. You just drive me crazy every day.
Hey, it looks like I picked right because Dolphins ain't been back since 72. No, since the last time we whooped their ass.
84, damn it. 84.
Just like that, since the last time we whooped their ass. I think that's that.
Yeah. Me and you were suckling at the teat back then. But anyway, so let's get right into this, right? Bivol versus Beterbiev, man. This is the first thing we got to talk about. This is a fight me and you we've been going back and forth about this fight. You tell me Bivol, I tell you Beterbiev. In the comment section of the videos we've made about this and videos I've made about this, it's the same thing. It's like a 50-50 split. A lot of people think Bivol has what it takes boxing-wise. A lot of people think, well, but he hasn't faced anyone like Beterbiev. It's an exciting fight, and it's another major fight because it would unify the light heavyweight division, Gary. Major fight, And we're talking about Fury versus Usyk afterwards, but that's another major fight because it's unifying.
Mm-hmm.
But Saudi Arabia, man, doing their thing, unifying all these divisions. But this fight in particular, man, I know we've talked about it ad nauseum, man. But any thoughts on it actually getting made? It's going down June 1st.
Hey, man, it's great on both of the parts, on Bivol and Beterbiev. It was you got all this Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia crap, or Rolly Ryan Garcia crap, and you got all this negotiating with how long it took for us to get Errol Spence and Bud, and you got all this stuff, man. Both of those guys is like, yo, let's go, let's run it. This is a great fight, let's run it. I fought enough, you fought enough. We both want to unify the belts, and you didn't hear a lot. You didn't hear a lot of the bitching and all of this. I'm the A side, B side stuff. That's the type of thing that I love right there. Yo, we'll figure it out. Let's talk, get in the room, talk, figure it out, and get it made. I love that.
Listen, man, when the Saudi money gets dropped on the table, bro.
Oh, that's what it was.
They're like, I'm not sure, and then boom, it just falls on the table. They're like, whatever you want. At that point, it's whatever you want. I mean, that's what I'm
Hey,
thinking.
well, the Saudis dropped it. Was he's saying he wants to do it with Javante, Tank
Yeah,
Davis, and Devin Haney, and Devin Haney's like, Javante is like, I don't need you guys, and this, that, and all this. So, I mean, it's still you see it. It's other fighters that still make it hard to make these fights, man, and they
yeah.
did it.
Well, I think Tank Davis didn't price himself out because the two Ferraris. That's like that's like a cheeseburger on a Tuesday for the Saudis. But I think he maybe sort of probably should have been a bit more respectful towards these
Yeah,
individuals. And I don't think he said to them he doesn't need it. I think he replied to somebody else or something and says he said something along the lines of he didn't need it. So I mean, I don't think he was being directly like disrespectful or anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I just think he was saying, I was just being tongue in cheek about the two Ferraris. Like
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't really need that. I got Buddy. You know what I mean? I still have hopes. I still have hopes that we can that we can get that fight made. I think they can make that fight.
I'm hoping.
If not, though, he's ducking, bro. If he says no to Saudi money, he's ducking, bro. If you say no to, I don't care who you are. If you say no to Saudi money, listen, man. They told me, George, you're fighting Mike Tyson in Saudi Arabia. I'm booking my flight tonight, bro.
I'm like saying no to Beyonce.
What's that?
I said that's like saying no to Beyonce.
No, yeah, that's worse. That's just about as bad. Just about as bad. An interesting thing I just noticed about Bivol versus Beterbiev, because I'm reading about it on ESPN, is Gary, ESPN, right, has Beterbiev ranked as their number one light heavyweight, and they've got Bivol ranked as the number two light heavyweight. But for some reason, right, this is funny, they've got Bivol ranked number 4 on the pound for pound list, but Beterbiev number 7. So they have him as a better light heavyweight, but lower on the pound for pound
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
Do you
I
think
don't
that's
know. That's something. I don't. I
no?
mean, are they the same writers writing this? Maybe it's different writers that just coming up with these lists. Because
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. No, if I'm better than you in the weight class, I'm better than you on the pound for pound list. But I don't listen to ESPN like that all the time. I just, ESPN is a business and they do things and say things to get content and get people to follow. So I don't really even, you know.
no, for sure. So, what do you think about this fight? I mean, I know you've said, you're still siding with Bivol. I mean, are you still feeling that way, even despite the last performance of these two guys? I mean, you're still team Bivol for this one.
Still Bivol. I mean, I didn't think he had a bad performance last time. I think that he did what he's supposed to do. He made it easy work. It wasn't as exciting as Beterbiev, and that's what I think. When you say I'm getting power drawn, that's what you're getting right now with with Arthur. You know what I'm saying? You're getting power drawn because you know what I'm saying. I I mean, it was still an easy night for Bivol.
Yeah,
Would you like to see him do a little bit more? Yeah, but he made it easy for himself, and he got rid of the guy quick. I mean,
yeah,
not quick, but he got he washed his hands, no injuries, nothing like that, and I think it's gonna be a good fight. I just feel like Bivol, he manages his distance good. He knows his distance, man, and his feet are better. Um, I heard I think it's Joe Smith Jr. He was saying that he fought both of them,
yeah,
and he was saying he thinks Bivol is the better all around boxer. That's the what I kind of got from him.
yeah,
But he says with Beterbiev, he's more than just a puncher. He can box too, but he has that power. And it's always to me it's always the same thing in boxing. You're gonna constantly run across this: the puncher versus the boxer,
yeah,
and sometimes the puncher gets downplayed as being not as good as boxer as he really is.
yeah,
And then sometimes the puncher gets downplayed as not having power that he really does have.
yeah,
So for me, it's like this is the thing we all go through. this is why these are the most interesting fights. Not
For
the boxer
sure.
against the boxer. You know, these are interesting fights. Like, see whose style is gonna win.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
This is Fury versus similar to Fury versus Wilder. I mean, not as extreme because I think Beterbiev is a much
Yeah.
better boxer than Wilder is.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's similar in that you've got the boxer that's also a big puncher, mostly a big puncher, especially compared
Hmm.
to a guy who's more of a pure boxer. And
Yeah.
both undefeated, both just doing their thing. I mean, these guys, man, you got to give them credit, man. These guys are special guys, bro, for sure. You know what I mean?
And neither one of them have like 40, 30 something fights or something like that. They're this is early in the game and they're willing to put that O on the line. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Normally fighters want to build up.
Bivol 22-0, Beterbiev 20-0, but they've got. I mean, especially Beterbiev, a very lengthy amateur career. I'm sure Bivol did as well. Beterbiev, dude, already 39 years old, just 20 fights, even though it's 20 knockouts, and it's been high
Yeah.
level competition for him. Just 20 fights at 39 years old. That's another thing. 39, Gary, versus 33, man. I mean, think of yourself at 39 versus yourself at 33. That's a big difference, man. You there, Gary? Did I lose you? Gary,
Probably
you
about a
there?
year.
All right, well, Gary, while Gary gets his
You got me?
Miami connection sorted out. Let me remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel, join the channel, and don't miss out, man, on Fighters Rep 21 and 22. Fighters Rep 21 is our first ever Florida events going down in Pompano Beach on Saturday, February 17th. You can get your tickets right now at fightersrep.com. And of course, Fighters Rep 22 is back in Los Angeles at the beautiful Commerce Casino. You can also get your tickets and live stream for both events at fightersrep.com. Again, join the channel to help us continue to build. That's what I'm asking for. And if anyone's interested in sponsoring these events, man, I'm telling you, the best young strikers in the world, reach out to us on any of our social media platforms or at info@fightersrep.com and let us know. It's a great write-off for your business and a great way to support young fighters. So, Gary, you were saying, my bad, man. You were going in and out for a
No,
second.
I don't know. I'm right freaking by the
You're
Wi-Fi.
good
I
now.
don't
You're
know.
good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with this, man. But you know, now I'm off track now. What was I saying before?
No, we were talking about Beterbiev. We were talking about Bivol. I was mentioning how Beterbiev, 39 years old, Bivol 33. I mean, that's a tremendous difference in age, man. It
Oh yeah,
really
we were
is.
talking about the age thing. Yeah, with the age, I mean, and trust me, I know because I went on to play flag recently.
I know, bro.
Woo!
I know.
Hey, boy. I mean,
Hey,
I'm not a professional athlete, but it's a
you're 40.
difference.
Hey, you're 41 now, right?
Now I was 40 at the time, and
Damn, bro.
I call myself playing. Hey, let me tell you, things don't move. You think they up here, you think they're gonna move like how you think they're gonna move,
Yeah,
but I mean, I'll be honest. For a 39-year-old, that dude's aging like LeBron James, bro. That
yeah.
brother look. He don't look like
No, he
no
doesn't.
39-year-old. He
Because I
don't look
think
swollen.
I think if you stay active, right, and you take care of yourself the way this guy does, I mean, this guy is like he's a devout religious Muslim guy, so he's not drinking, he's not supposed to be eating pork, like, he's very disciplined. You see him like praying all the time, you see him working out all the time. Like the guy definitely has a lot of discipline, and you see his body. I mean, you could tell the guy's working hard and he's not eating anything unhealthy. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a Bernard Hopkins, and I think if you're that type, if you're like militant about the way you eat and about the way you train, I think you can preserve your body and
Well,
stay active, you know.
even with Bernard Hopkins, I could see the drop off in his ability,
Well, I
even
mean,
in the
come on,
later
he fought till
stages.
he was in his 50s, though. He fought
I
till he was
know, but I'm saying,
this guy's
yeah,
this guy's 30, this guy's
yeah,
39,
but I'm
Gary.
saying, even when even when Bernard Hopkins started to get when he fought Taylor and stuff like that, you could see he wasn't the same prime Bernard Hopkins,
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
was just Bernard Hopkins just never really relied on athleticism, but more
right.
smarts and technique and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But this guy, he don't look like he's 39. He
No,
don't look
no.
like no. He doesn't look like it's like the difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan, when he got older, he started backing you down. He wasn't jumping above the rim. He just started giving you the little shimmy fade
Hitting the
away. And
fade, he's hitting the fadeaway on you. He's hitting the jumper on you.
LeBron James right now is still like, I'll put you on a poster right now. I might
Yeah,
can't play as many minutes as I used to, and I got to cut it back on defense, but I'll still jump in there and posterize you. I'm
yeah.
still LeBron James, and that's what I feel like. This guy is like he still looks like he can go 12 rounds, and then the next day do another 12 rounds.
I
He looks
will say,
like
I
like
will say,
unstoppable.
I will say, I do think he's aged. Right. What I can see is he's become like a little bit more dense, like a little bit thicker. Like if you go back and look at some of his fights, even from a few years ago, you could see he was a little bit slimmer. I'm sure it's like probably getting more difficult to
The
cut
whole way.
down the weight. I think that's what happens. Maybe like I don't know, you just get huskier as you get older. You know what I mean? But I think his style, right? I think his style allows him to continue to succeed because power is the last thing to go, as they all
Yeah,
as they all say, and he doesn't have like a hyper athletic style where he needs to be bouncy all over the place, and make it a young man's sport. He doesn't need to fight a young man's fight. He's always fought this. It's kind of like you said about Hopkins. Like I think that's why Hopkins was able to beat Roy Jones later on in life because Roy
yeah.
Jones was so reliant on that athleticism, and Hopkins could just use technique and his style. And I think Beterbiev is the same. He doesn't really waste a lot of movement. He just hits you real hard, and the power is the last thing to go. And he knows how to cut off the ring. He does the subtle things, but it's nothing. He doesn't need youth the way a lot of the other guys do, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, I just feel like
But 39
Bivol.
versus 33, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big
Ask
deal.
your wife. I
Hey,
said you the same 33-year-old.
hey, remember that ESPN clip where the guy talks about the guy's wife? Hey, we need to get off camera and handle this real quick.
I'm not
Probably
talking about her. I'm talking about you.
You'll probably beat me up at this point anyway. You're in better shape than me. But yeah, this fight, man. I'm really excited about it. I love the fact that Beterbiev is getting this opportunity. I feel like he's a guy who I wish we would have caught him or he would have turned pro a little bit younger. I think he would have given us like a few more years of like some really great fights. But it's amazing what he's done at his age. Bivol's great too. I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think it's a perfect clash of styles. The two best guys in the division, two of the best guys pound for pound, and a clash of styles, man. I think it's a brilliant fight.
I just hate that it doesn't seem like when it's announced, it didn't get as much hype and hoopla as it should be getting.
Well, I mean, I think it
I
was just
haven't really
announced.
seen a
It
lot
was
of
just
people
announced
like
it was just announced 1 or 2 days ago. I mean, I'm hoping I'm sure they'll make a big deal out of it. But you're right, like it should be getting more attention because these guys are so good. You know.
yeah. But I mean, for me getting into the fight, I'm pretty sure we'll get into it more. But getting into the fight, I think that
Are you
better be
nervous about your pick?
no. I think I would be more nervous. I think I would be more nervous about Boots versus Bud.
Crawford?
Yeah, I'll be more nervous about that than this pick.
Yeah.
This pick, I don't know, man. It's not to say anything about Better Beterbiev. I just feel like the ball, like young, quick. I think Beterbiev, his best chance of getting Bivol is catching him coming in when he comes in and out, and he's coming in like he did last fight against Colin Smith, Catch him
Yeah.
coming in with something, time him perfectly. Marquez Pacquiao type of style. You know, Pacquiao's kind of like that in and out style too, herky jerky, and Marquez caught him with the perfect counter coming in. Boom, drops him. I think that's better be his best shot.
Yeah, yeah. I think Bivol's good. I think defensively he's pretty responsible, right? I do, but I think my reason for picking Beterbiev is I think they're going to exchange. I think they're going to exchange a lot, and I think when they exchange, Beterbiev knows what he's doing in there. He's got a lengthy bro. This is a guy that fought Usyk 3 times as an amateur, beat him once. This guy has heavyweight power. And that's just that heavyweight power for me. I mean, that's what made He's like a Deontay Wilder with better boxing,
Fundamentals.
better
Yeah.
boxing. Yeah, yeah. So he just needs to land one good shot, and it's a wrap. And Bivol doesn't have that. Bivol does not have that. I don't see Bivol
No,
having.
you know,
Yeah, he's only a
but
50% knockout ratio, 11 knockouts in 22 fights. And I just Beterbiev has this mauling physical style. How's he gonna, he's gonna have to dance around the whole fight. He's gonna be tired, bro. He's gonna
I
be
feel like he
tired.
can. I feel like he's used to that's his style. He's used to it. He has a
Maybe
lot of
he can.
energy. He
Maybe
has
he
a
can.
lot of energy. I think he has enough power that he's gonna hit Beterbiev and he's gonna be like, okay, while he's not like a Mike Tyson like power, he
Yeah.
still has enough. That's the thing that Floyd
I
always
don't
used to
think so,
say.
bro. I don't think so,
This the
bro.
thing
I
that
don't think
this
so.
the thing that Floyd used to always say. He said people say I don't have power. But you don't see guys just going crazy coming in on me.
Yeah.
Same thing if you look at Devin Haney and you look at um what's his name he just fought. I can't think of his name right now.
Well, Maidana kind of went crazy on Mayweather. I think Maidana kind of went crazy on Mayweather. That's what
Yeah, but
almost got him that first win. He came close in that first fight. I thought Maidana came close in the first fight, dude. I think most people think he came. I think wasn't it a split decision or something? It was a split
I
decision.
don't think it was a split decision. I mean, I don't think that was a split decision, but I don't think Maidana landed. I think it was the second fight he landed a good shot on Floyd, but for the most part, nah.
Yeah, but that was a one good shot, and then Floyd washed him. But I think in the first fight it was
Nah,
close.
I don't.
I think it was close.
I think people confuse activity with actually, like, yeah, Madonna was trying to smother him and give him activity, but I didn't
Let me
see any really a whole lot of
Okay,
clean.
so one judge had it a draw, and then the others had it 116, 112, 117, 111. So there was one judge that had it a draw. I didn't think
There's always
Maidana
one judge.
won. I didn't think
There's always
Maidana
one
won.
judge.
I didn't think Maidana won, but I thought he put up a good fight because he just went at Floyd, went crazy. He just you remember he was like throwing like these
Yeah, I
overhand.
know. He was trying to rough him up, and he was trying to do
Yeah,
what he did to Adrian Broner. And Floyd blocked most of them. I don't really think, honestly, that like I said, I don't really think he really hurt him. Second fight, he caught Floyd. He set a nice trap for Floyd and caught him at the end of a round that had Floyd like, oh, whoa,
I think
that
that
was
was
a
in the
good shot.
second fight though. That was in the
Yeah, that's
second
what I'm
fight.
saying. The
I didn't think
second,
that
that's what
was
I'm saying.
close. That wasn't a close fight though. I thought Floyd wiped him on.
But
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 I guess my point is I don't Beterbiev has been in there with guys, in my opinion, better than Bivol. Probably hit harder than Bivol. Maybe better than Bivol because Bivol's really good. But I would say Gvozdyk, like Gvozdyk, I think when he fought Gvozdyk, bro, he had just come off beating what's his name? Superman, Adonis Stevenson. Bro,
yeah,
Gvozdyk was a serious contender at that time, bro. He was a champ. And I thought he put up a hell of a fight. He was actually winning on the cards, I think by one round or two, on a couple of the cards or something like that. But he eventually got broken down. That's what I think is going to happen to Bivol. But of course, he's seen that blueprint, right? So maybe he can adjust and do something around it. I think it's a very close fight, but I'm still going with my boy Artur Beterbiev. I just think he hits too hard, Gary. He's just too strong, man.
you
He's
fall
too
in love
strong.
with that power. Fall
I
in love with
am.
that power.
I'm power drunk. I'm power drunk. I'm like a tyrant. I'm a power drunk tyrant right now. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I look forward to that one. I think it's time we move on to the next one. Before we do that, guys, remember again, Fighters Rep 21. Hopefully Gary will be there and he won't bullshit me. And Fighters Rep 22 going down February 17th and March 2nd. Get your tickets at fightersrep.com. You're not going to want to miss this. Gary, you were there at the open workout for the Florida event. Man, some real talent. We were at Florida Kickboxing Academy. That was amazing, man. That was a lot of fun.
It was a nice turnout. It was a nice turnout. Yeah.
That was amazing. I'm feeling like there is a bit of excitement for what we've got down here in South Florida. There's not really many kickboxing events. I don't think there are any at all, to be honest, that are exclusively doing kickboxing the way we are. Similar to California, I don't think there's too many shows at all that exclusively do kickboxing. And I think people are hungry for this rule set, and I look forward to it. So let's move on, after you guys subscribe to the channel, to Fury versus Usyk. This fight is off, Gary. It looks like an elbow landed. This guy must have been trying to do some Muay Thai against Tyson Fury in the ring. Lands an elbow, splits his eyebrow open, man. The Gypsy King has to pull out the fight with 11 stitches, apparently. And, you're hearing from the Usyk side that he's shook. He doesn't want to fight. He's coming up with excuses. You're hearing from the Fury side that, hey, man, like, look at my eyebrow. It looks like I look like I have a vagina growing on top of my eye. So, what are your thoughts on this fight being postponed? And get this, Gary, being postponed to May 18th. And if there's a pullout, that pullout again will be penalized $10 million of their purse, man. It's crazy. That's how you make sure people don't fuck around in sparring. I got $10 million on it that you don't mess around in sparring. That's that Saudi money dropping on the table.
Well, I believe Tyson Fury. I don't feel like he has any reason to lie. I don't think he's scared anybody. And if he's willing to agree to, hey, yo, 10 million, I'll lose 10 million or I'll pull out again. I don't think it's that. Like I said, I don't really be thinking of most of these boxers. Now some, but I believe it's not as many as people try to make it as ducking people or scared to fight people and things. It is some, but I don't believe it's as much widespread as people try to make it. Every time something doesn't happen, you get a setback. And like even Errol Spence with Bud, from what I know, it was one of the reasons he didn't want to pull out with Bud, and he would have fought with the rib injury and things of that nature. From what I understand, like
are you making excuses for Errol Spence now, or
no? I still think he'll lose again.
Hey, I gotta rub that one. I gotta rub that one in.
Yeah, that one time I went against my mind.
Team Crawford, baby, Team Crawford.
But I'm just saying, like, but I did hear Tarver saying, like, what was the sparring partner doing? I got a big fight. Like, you supposed to get a guy that spars and understand, like, look, don't try to fuck me up and hurt me, but give me some good work and things of that nature. I don't know, because I'm not, obviously we're not professional boxers. I don't know how rough the sparring partner's supposed to get, but obviously, hearing from Tarver, he's like, dude, you got to control yourself, because you messing up the money, basically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you hit him with the elbow, and now we got to postpone this whole thing. But it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down.
Did I tell you how much I like Antonio Tarver? I love Antonio Tarver, bro. Do you know what's funny? I reached out to him recently, and I spoke to his representative about maybe getting him on the podcast at some point, or getting him on his show. That's how much I really appreciate his insights, man. And he dropped a video today. I think it was on somebody's Instagram or his Instagram. It looks like he's training Big Baby Miller, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's because he just lost to Dubois, and how he's always out there saying, like, I'm him, I'm that guy, 26 years in the game or whatever, I'd never been cut. Like, the Magic Man was a good fighter, man, really good fighter. He's a Florida guy, man, so I got a lot of love for Antonio Tarver, man. And
he broke my heart when he knocked out Roy. I'm not gonna lie, he broke my heart when he knocked out Roy. He broke my heart. I was hurt.
I know. Me too, man, but I'm such a fan, bro. Whenever he opens his mouth, he's got something to say that's like knowledgeable and hilarious and passionate, and I'm just a fan, bro. I'm just a fan. I just want to hear I like him. He's got like the same kind of like funny but intelligent talk as Tony Superbad. What was it, Harrison? I think it's Harrison. Detroit. Man, I really liked watching that guy fight and hearing him talk too. So I don't know, these guys, like, they, I feel like a guy like Antonio Tarver is so entertaining and knows so much about the sport. I literally told his representative, he needs a podcast, bro. He needs like a real podcast.
I think he has one up though now.
He has Tarver's take, where he just kind of talks about fights by himself. But I think imagine sitting here with us and we're going back and forth with him. He's got someone to bounce ideas off of and so on and so forth. I just think it would be wildly entertaining. I've
seen him on Sean Porter podcast. I've seen him on another podcast with him and Roy. And I'm trying to think who else. It was him, Roy.
Sometimes he's with Malanaji on the pro.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw him at too. Yeah.
And I think
he's a straight shooter.
I think Malanaji's pretty funny too. Like I enjoy hearing him talk too.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah. But anyway, this fight, I agree with you. I don't think Usyk or I don't think Fury is ducking or anything like that. But he plays so many mind games and he's talked so much shit in the past that I think he's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a big ass cut on your eye. And then he put up a picture of him in really good shape. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I saw
a picture of him in really good shape. Now I'm not sure.
I thought it was Photoshop.
Yeah, some people were saying that's an old picture and this and that, but I don't know. I hope it's not. I hope he's really that focused on this fight and he comes in that good of a shape because, bro, he looked like shit against Francis Ngannou, bro. He looked like shit, bro. So if he comes out and messes around with Usyk, I don't think Usyk is a guy that ever Usyk for me is another disciplined guy, man. I don't think you can play that game with Usyk, I'm
still gonna ride with Tyson.
Yeah.
But when I see that picture, I'm like, is this somebody Photoshop? Is somebody fucking around? Is this real? I haven't seen him look like that. I don't know how long since Klitschko, maybe. Klitschko, he looked in great shape, but I haven't seen him in no shape like that since then. I was like, if it's true, that means at least we're gonna get the best Tyson Fury, not what we got against Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
And then that even proves my point even more to you from before that he didn't take Francis serious. If he gets in this, if he's really in that type of shape, and then that means he didn't take Francis serious.
Yeah. Still, man, I'm still shocked by that performance by Francis and by Fury too. That was crazy. But man, I don't think he's ducking, but it's a shame because I really want to see this fight. I want a unified heavyweight champion and I want a unified light heavyweight champion with Bivol Beterbiev. And looks like Saudi Arabia is giving us those gifts this year. Hopefully,
it's May. You get May. In May, you'll get Fury and Usyk, and then it's in June, July to
June
Bivol, right there, right back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back to back like you was in your 20s.
All they got to do now is fly us out there, man, to do a Fightersrep event or to allow us to cover the show. Hey, shout out to the Arab bros out there, man. Check us out, man. We're out here working hard, man, covering you guys.
That's up to you. That's your people, man.
I know.
You gotta go. You gotta go talk to them.
I know, man. They won't even listen to me, bro. I'm still trying. They won't even listen to me. So yeah, that's it sucks that the fight's off. I don't think he's ducking, but I think it adds. I mentioned yesterday, Gary. I think it adds a whole another level of marinade to this fight, man. This is the second time it's postponed, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So, all these conspiracy theories, all this controversy. This is what made that Fury Wilder third fight so exciting, even though it was a draw and a win for Fury. I think this is what made the fight so exciting was all the conspiracy theories and all the weird shit that happened after the second fight, and I think it's kind of headed in that direction. The common denominator is Fury, man. Wherever that guy goes, he causes a mess, man. He causes chaos,
You know how to sell them fights, baby. You know how to get the butts in the seats.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about that, Gary? I mentioned the chaos. Remember how boring, and you brought up Klitschko. Remember how boring the heavyweight division was before Fury came and beat Klitschko? Bro, he set this thing on fire when he
I'll give Klitschko the Anthony Joshua fight. That was a hell of a fight. Him and Anthony Joshua.
But that was after.
Yeah,
Fury.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it was like this boring like kingdom of
Klitschko dominating everybody.
Of jab and hold, and then this crazy man came out, and ruffled
up everything.
Yeah. And so now we have what we have today. And then they're also talking about Filip Hrgović, who I think we've talked about before. I would say he's probably third or fourth in line. I mean, he's up there. Him and Zhile Zhang. He actually beat Zhang. So so Hrgović, I think, is the next in line, bro. I think he deserves to fight whoever wins this fight. You know what I mean?
You don't think he should? Well, never mind.
I think they're offering him a big fight. They might even be offering him to like step in if one of the guys pulls out again or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I was like Joshua's already said. It seems like Joshua's
fighting Ngannou, man. Josh was trying to get Ngannou, get a bag and get Ngannou out of there.
Yeah. I it looks like to me that Joshua is he's more focused on doing that Wilder fight to get that bag too. Because it's like Wilder lost last time. They're like, all right, let's do it again. And let's see if we can still come. I'm going to get this bag with Francis. And then we can come back and see if I can get Deontay Wilder one more time.
Dude, Josh was going to have more money than everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Josh was getting paid, bro. Joshua to me is the other face of boxing besides Canelo. People won't appreciate it until he's gone. The way he fills up stadiums and shit, and the way he's like won a title and then come back and won it again after losing, and now he lost again to Usyk twice, and he's right back in the mix for another title, and that's very cute. And he's right back in the mix for another title, He's got an interesting story that's playing out, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, Joshua, he's pretty much given us the fights we want, entertainment. Yeah. So I can't knock him for that. He's still a viable candidate to get the titles back again. If I don't think Usyk fights him again, but if Fury beats Usyk, it's still a good fight. I still want to see it. And to me, I think the other boxers in the game have to see this. Like, you can lose and still be a viable candidate. A lot of these people are scared to lose. Like, you can lose. Errol Spence lost. I'll still watch Errol Spence fight a good fight. If he picks somebody good, I'll watch him. He's still a great fighter.
Anthony Joshua lost. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with the culture of losing, and if you're challenging yourself, I'm like 100%.
Exactly. Yeah.
Regis Prograis lost. I'm still a fan, so whatever. None of that stuff matters to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you match a good fight, I'll still watch it.
Yeah. Now, speaking of a guy who lost and is coming back, this is a good segue. Teofimo Lopez taking on Jermaine Ortiz, man. It's going down on Thursday. And, I figure we got to give our prediction on this fight, Gary. So let me know what you think about this fight. Any information you want to know before making your prediction. I got it in front of me right here, but I think I know who you're going to go with. But yeah,
Teo. I'm going with Teo. He's just a better fighter. I mean, it's not anything I had to really sit back and think about. Yeah. I mean, I think it's still going to be a good fight. I mean, Teo has put on good fights, but Teo's a more athletic, explosive guy, and power. And ever since the loss, he's looked better than
And
that
knows
one
how to
Cambodia
fight.
loss.
And knows how to
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, he knows how to fight. So I mean, I don't really think. I mean, the challenges for him is really Devin Haney,
Yeah.
and to me, that's. I'm trying to think of somebody else.
That's if Haney. That's if Haney stays at that weight. Haney might go to welter. I mean, who knows what Haney does next? Nobody wants to fight Haney. He's calling out Tank
I think
Davis.
Tio would.
Do you think Tio
I
would?
think Tio would. I think Ryan Garcia will. I think they're gonna eventually get that done.
Well,
He's gonna beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia, but that's fine.
yeah, yeah, he is. I like Ryan, bro, but he's not beating the way he looked last time, bro. The way they both looked last time. He's not beating Devin Haney, bro. He's
Hey,
not beating Devin Haney, bro.
and the crazy thing is, I like Ryan Garcia. I
Yeah,
like him because I think he's a smart guy. He knows how to. He's honest with the fans. He talks to his fans. He knows how to play to bring people in, and I think that's is great. I think he wants to give people the fights you want to see. Only
yeah,
thing I think that you know he probably could do a better job at is maybe listening to people when it comes to strategies and fighting and things of that nature. Listening to his corner,
yeah,
because as you pointed out before, he's gotten rid of trainers, and one of the knocks on him is kind of like he doesn't really listen to the trainers, and
right.
you know he kind of goes out there and does his own thing at times, like that shoulder roll. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure Derrick James never told him to do that.
no, bro. Yeah, he needs to stop with that stuff, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's. I mean, he needs to find a trainer that is going to improve his skills and take him to
Yeah,
that next level, man. Because I mean, he did have the amateur career, and I think me and you have discussed this before. I think he split like 6 fights with Devin
Devin
Haney.
Haney.
I think they had
Yeah,
a bunch of good fights. So he's probably got the underlying skills. He just needs to like find the commitment or the trainer, whatever it is, to get him to that next level. He's long for the division. He's super fast. I mean, I would say he's probably like the fastest hands, right? He probably has the fastest hands of most of the guys in the division. So big guy, fast hands. But I feel like his head is way up there. Anybody could just throw a punch, and I don't
I'm
know,
trying to
man.
figure who if anybody has faster hit like a.
I don't think
Is it
so,
just
bro.
that?
I don't think
Is
so.
it just the hook that comes fast with all the punches? Or like, he's pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty
He's
fast.
really fast. Yeah, he's really
Yeah,
fast, bro. He's really fast. But is that enough? I don't know if that's
yeah.
enough.
It's
It
not take
wasn't
on the
enough
shoulder.
against. It wasn't enough against Tank Davis, bro.
Nah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, no, I got To in this fight, man. I see it going a distance again. I don't
yeah,
see him knocking him out. I see it going a distance. Being a solid fight, but I got To.
yeah, yeah. No, I got To too. Respect to Jermaine Ortiz. He's a tough guy. He fought to a decision with Lomachenko in the past. That's definitely his best opponent, though.
Yeah.
Um, he last, got a win over Antonio Moran. Nothing special though. I mean, he beat Jamel Herring. But besides that, he just hasn't fought anywhere near the caliber of opponent Teofimo Lopez has. Besides that loss to Vasil Lomachenko, a guy Teofimo beat, albeit in a very
It
close
was
fight. So, I
close.
mean, Mhm.
I said it was close.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that Lomachenko was a really tough guy. I mean, Lomachenko, always good, always in a good fight. I just, I think he's slowed down a bit too, if I'm being honest, and
Yeah.
especially since Teofimo fought him, and of course he's competing probably like 2 divisions above where he should be. But besides that, I don't. I mean, I think it'll be a good fight, and if Teofimo's not plugged in, he could lose the way he did against Cambosis. I think Cambosis took advantage of the fact that Teofimo wasn't plugged in, bro. So that's the thing with Teo. Is he all right up here? Is he plugged in? If he's not plugged in, he gets beat. But in my opinion, I think he knocks this guy out. I think he knocks this guy out in the second half of the fight. That's my opinion.
You think he knocked him out?
I think he knocks him out in the second half because the way he did Josh Taylor, bro, it showed me that Teofimo Lopez, when he's firing on all cylinders,
Yeah.
is just a real handful. He's a real handful.
I mean,
And
I just
if he's happy and he's firing on all cylinders and he shows up the way he's supposed to, I think he can get anybody out of there. I think he can get this guy out of there. That's my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I mean, of course he has that explosiveness to get anybody out of there. I just feel like uh
The other guy's tough, though. You're right. I mean, Jermaine Ortiz is a
yeah.
tough guy. You know, he's durable.
From
So,
what I saw, he's tough and he's gonna be game. He's gonna give you a
yeah,
tough fight. He's you
I would
know
say, yeah, I would say decision, TO, or knockout. But I'm gonna go with knockout just to be different.
I mean, I would love to see a knockout. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. We all love the knockout. The chicks love the deep ball. They also love the knockout.
I love it. I
you
love it.
know? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Well, anyway, I mean, that's pretty much all we've got today. You know, knuckleheads, if you haven't already, please subscribe, join the channel. It's just $9.99 a month, and you help me and Ignorant Behavior build the greatest kickboxing promotion the world's ever seen. We are now bi-coastal, California, Florida. We're growing this sport. Do we have any help? Pretty much not at all. So we're looking for sponsors to step up and help us out and really support the cause and, you know, help us continue to grow this sport, man. You know, it's hard for us to, you know, sit here and work every day and build an entire promotion, and we've done it. But with a little bit of help, you know, we could take it definitely to the next level. And these young fighters, which, you know, Gary can attest to, he was there at the open workout with me. They're definitely worth it. They definitely have world-class talent and ability. And, you know, we'd love to put them out there. So join the channel. Any merchandise you buy here gets reinvested right back into the promotion. Any super chats or super thanks, they get reinvested right back in. And you can, you know, help us continue to build this thing. Anything you want to say, Gary, before we let you go, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, listen, if you're in South Florida, you need to come see these fights. I seen the guys. There's like a lot of talented guys, and I told George because he just came, moved back over here, started the promotion, and I was really impressed with the guys, the turnout, and I just really I'm excited. Hoping I can make it there. My daughter's birthday this weekend. The weekend that they're doing it. So on the 16th. So you just seen her hug me back there. Yeah, no, I mean, I was really impressed with everything I see, the guys, and I'm excited to see some knockouts, George, man. I'm excited, man.
Yeah. Fernando Golden Boy Valdez taking on Reggie Abrazaldo from Las Vegas. Of course, Golden Boy Valdez represented for Florida Kickboxing Academy. That's going to be a fantastic main event. And then we're turning around 2 weeks later in Los Angeles, California, where we're going to be main evented by this guy's son right here, Jason Gator Granado, defending his super lightweight title against a very dangerous Sergio Rodriguez, the Cuban Missile Crisis, versus the Gator. I can't wait, man. And both cards are absolutely stacked top to bottom, so don't miss it. Gary, thank you so much for your time, man. We'll run this thing back next week, Monday, live at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you guys then.